Hello, hello. Good evening. It is May 29th, 2025. I cannot believe the month is almost over. And we are going towards the end of the month. This is the last talking session that you will actually hear from me for this month. And I'm therefore very happy to be here. Very happy to witness this year, to be able to have a little chat here and there and talk about some topics that whatever you guys want to talk about. Sorry, a little bit late. Had to face some little things to fix that I can actually be able to be online, and therefore happy that I made it. Kind of, even more happy to now be here to get that done. Eunice is in the house. Hello, Eunice Talata. Oh, sorry, Talada. Talada is in the house. Good to see you. Happy Vice Friday. Happy Thursday evening. And happy to have you here. And yeah, I know you always have to confess. I mean, that is nothing new. Tell me something new. Tell me, oh no, I don't have to confess nothing today. I didn't do any sins. I'm free of sins. I'm now the very sinless sheep, so to speak. Good to see you, Talada. Good evening to you, and happy to have you here. Nice that you made it, and nice that you are able to spend some time. Haven't seen you in a minute, actually, I think, and but it is nice that you're here, and all those who are in the house or on the way to the chat and everything. Very Tarata, don't be a slime ball. Unique Mom TV is in the house. Good evening to you, and very nice to have you here. Hello from the Uibo Pepe. From the other side this time UCB, and was a bit of an exhausting day, but having the opportunity to think that tomorrow is Friday. And always remember, guys, Friday is my most favorite F word. The second is food. Definitely food. No, but good to have you here. I always like the Thursday talks because then weekend is just around the corner, and I can prepare my DJ set for tomorrow. And tomorrow is going to be disco. I mean, not the disco house, what I usually play like the premiere yesterday, but the real disco, like 70s and 80s music, remix, of course, into some danceable tracks. That's going to be tomorrow. And like 7 p.m. CET, like in a little less than 24 hours. And Uncle Father will be obviously dressed also with a decent 70s shirt. I had that on once with the one with a little flower power thing on. And then tomorrow we're going to start the weekend with some decent disco tunes that you all know. And then you guys can get into. Oh, I have to change my thing. I have to change my night bottle. I just see that. And having said that, then we can think about the opportunity to be in the change to get weekend. So I'm not offline and I'm even here. There you go. Now I have everything set properly. Sorry, I was a few minutes late. Hey, Damilola is in the house. Hello. Still having bleeding ears. Cindy is in the building, the MC. Hello. It's interesting to see when I see people who have been MC in some, or co-host in some channels for whatever reason, forever party or forever thing. It's always nice to. You saw their face, like in this case of Cindy, for a long time actually, because as we all know, when Goga starts a party, it doesn't end after 2 hours. It goes like 3 days in a row. And then when you see people doing MC like Cindy did, or other people did as well, and then you sit on the other side, then you wonder sometimes, what might they think about your so-called co-host or host skills? Travels and Foods is in the house. Hello. Let me just give you the blue jacket and see that you are equal with the others and have something proper to wear and have that on the way. So here you go, bro. Good to have you in the house. So I'm always wondering then, what might those people think about your skills of being the host slash co-host slash MC, however you want to call it. And that is always interesting. I would really sometimes love to see their faces. Also, quick announcement that next week, Thursday, we're gonna have Sandy Cook with Sandy here. There were quite little technical issues. That's why she couldn't make it today, or that's why we couldn't set it up for today. But we have just postponed it for a week, so we have a couple of days now to get everything done. And I didn't have a haircut. Unique Mama didn't have a haircut. You know when I was at the haircuts for the last time? It's like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago or something. And I don't even use a comb or something. I don't even use a comb. I didn't use a comb for like comb. Not that you think that I'm phrasing it wrong. I didn't use a comb for like 30 plus years. I just wash my hair and air dry them. That's it. And I'm too lazy for anything else. I don't even put gel or something. Nothing. It's all natural. As you see, it's all natural. Sister, it's all natural. It's all natural. I just wanted to say that. Essie Munjai is in the house. Good evening to you. And okay, I mean, we can actually talk about my hair for my hair, darling, my hair. You would not believe it. When I come out of the shower, there's so much work to keep the head still and to make very sure it is equally aired with fresh air, so that the drying process here, the drying process is really equal, because otherwise, you see, you have these places on your head where people think, oh my God, he needs to do a haircut again. It needs to do a haircut again. So, there you go. Follow me for more voiceover advice. So, yeah, it is always. I will never be in the position, and this is without any disrespect whatsoever. Cindy, I just started a few minutes ago. This is just considered warm up, but I will try to keep it serious. Like the Germans do, we keep it serious. On the other hand, the thing is that I will, with all given respect, no disrespect whatsoever, no whatever thing, I will never understand how patient women can be when they do the hair thing, especially in Africa with the wigs and this rasta things and getting them done and sitting there in patience and waiting for a day to then. I don't know who said that back then. I think it was Talata. I have to get my hair undone first. And I was like, you have to get what? I have to get my hair undone. And I was like, what is undone? Oh, what is undone? Yeah, I have to get all the things off again. This things which you put together there. And I was like, what do you mean with undone? Hey, Flames, good to see you. I was like, what is yeah, I have to get these things undone. I have to get them off. And I said, and then what? Yeah, I have to get them on again. And I was like, what? What do you mean? Why don't you just leave them? Yeah, because, they have to be renewed and they don't look nice anymore. Da, 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 da. I heard that from some people and I was like, Lord have mercy over my soul and over my hair. Lord have mercy over my hair. Let my hair be my hair, be my hair. I'm just saying. And that felt like a little bit, let's say, interesting to say the least. It felt a little interesting. And yeah, it is. And I was like, not for me. Not for me. And again, that is without any disrespect whatsoever, because I'm just saying that it's like it is like weird still, but yeah, still it is how it is, and it is like you sit there sometimes as a man and you think like, huh? Why? Why? No, I'm not confessing anything, Eunice. Eunice. I'm not confessing anything. I'm just mirroring what me, poor father, has to go through, and it is interesting to see uh, how those things are actually set up. And then but then I think in the mornings when I get up and when I'm sitting here and going take a shower and everything, when I then look in my mirror and after I've toweled my hair and thinking about these stories from women who have to do and undo their hair, that is what I think here and say, what a wonderful world. When I look in the mirror myself and see, done in 30 seconds. You see, I can go outside and live my life while others are fixed on their chair for 3 days to get these funny things off and get them funny things on again. What a torture. What a torture. But then again, this is without any disrespect whatsoever. It is just like astonishing for me how patient some lady sits there in the chair for a long period of time, because it is not that you just pull those things off and it's done. No. You have to take that like it's like a science. It's like a surgery in hospital. A brain surgeon gets a shitload of money to dig a little hole into your head and do things on your brain without that too much is seen at the head afterwards. A haircutter in Africa or a hairdresser in Africa, I think should actually be paid the same, at least, because all these little things that have to go around the hairs and getting stopped and do a knot and do a knot and do a knot and do a knot. I was like, no. I think, Unique Mom, have you not been like 4 weeks ago? You've been, of course, it was you. 4 or 5 weeks ago, you went out on a Saturday afternoon and you were like sitting there and waiting for the hairdresser to come. I think it was a outside hairdresser on some square or something. I'm not 100% sure. And you had an appointment there. Of course, it was you. And you said there, yeah, I have to get my hair undone. And I was like, what is undone? I never heard the phrase before. And then she said there, yeah. And then it was you. Of course, it was you. And then she sat there in the Saturday afternoon in the sunset in, I think, was it Lagos or some place around or something, sitting there, and you heard the traffic, and then came the woman with all these weapons, this huge combs, scissors, and other people use that to do a euthanization in jail in Texas. But no, that was for Unique Mom's hair. And I was like, what is all that? And then this woman started to do these things like and thing and you pump the head back and forth and thing. And I was like, I rather to go to the dentist than having this thing. I rather go to the dentist on a daily basis, getting an injection, because that is still quicker than anything else that I saw there. And I wasn't even there the whole session. And I was like, oh, Jesus. No, 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 no. My hair is my hair is my hair. Cindy, write that down as my personal assistant right now. Write it down. My hair is my hair. I just want to have it air dried equally. That's all I need to do. Just saying. And in the end, you just unalive. That is also a word that I heard here the first time. Unalived me. Jeez. I think, Cindy, you said that. Did you not say that sometimes during this Goga service for 5 years Goga or something, like 2.5 months ago? Someone was unaliving you, and it wasn't even me, even though you were laughing pretty much when you saw me in the gone, but it was like you were. Yeah, I think you wrote that somewhere, or you said that somewhere. I'm feeling unalived or something. Or you are unaliving me. I was like, what? Well, I think on YouTube you really have to be careful on what you say, how you say it, and what words you're using. But unaliving me, that was new. That was new. You're unaliving me. Well, actually, it sounds very charming. So, if I ever have a chance to use a long knife against someone, then I can at least charmingly say, sweetheart, you're going to be unalived very soon. Don't worry about it. That could be a good film. That could actually be a good phrase in a film as well. I'm not sure. But sounds funny at least, rather than the obvious what you say. And that is why, for instance, on camera, I think I only used the F word once. I think last week I used the F word once. Yeah, you can't. Oh, yeah, actually you can, but depends in what context. And I can tell you this, Cindy, the large language models that YouTube is using, together with artificial intelligence, obviously can filter out very fast if you do something. If you use the K word, oh god, now I'm starting. If you use the K word like the way that you did not complete write it out, but it depends on the context. So, for instance, if I say I'm gonna unlive you, as an example, then most likely the alarm bells might go on somewhere in good old California. So if I then say, yeah, there was an accident and the one person was killed, that's a total different story. So now I spoke it out, nothing would happen because it was a context in with something else. But if I come and say, I'm going to K you, then most likely I think there might be some more virtual eyes watching this live stream and maybe see what's going on and what consequences might be taken in whatsoever way. Yeah, but coming back to the hair, again, I'd rather be at the dentist and rather be at the dentist with a daily injection torture rather than having the my chair feels good and the chair likes me, as you hear. Having the torture of being having to go through this. And I mean, it all like always looks pretty, the results and all that stuff. I saw that in other people as well when they went to the hairdresser, when there was either a wig involved or you get this things done. And also some women now tend to go back to natural hair and all that. But it is interesting to see the torture that you go through just in quotes, again, no disrespect, just to look different here and there. And what I always find very opulent and very, very nice, I saw that on a video of Damilola, actually, when she went to a wedding, I believe it was, and she was wearing this very opulent Nigerian dresses. And am I actually still there? Yeah. When she wore this Nigerian dresses, and it was very, hey Agatha, hello, good evening. when she was like wearing this very opulent Nigerian dresses for a party with all this thing on the head and this very nice make and all that. And that's what I think when I said that I wish in Europe they would be more happy to also wear more colorful things and like that because it looked really great. And obviously on public holidays or on some very high holiday in Africa somewhere, regardless where, always the traditional dresses came up, and then of course you have to you see the hair are done and all that. If you see the hair, if they're not covered with this big thing on that, and yeah, that is interesting. Agatha, I hope you're doing better, and I hope you're doing well, and your smile has increased the last couple of days, and that you're doing fine. That's the most important thing. And yeah, having said that, I've just see that I have to still adjust my camera stuff here, but we're gonna get there. No worries, we're gonna get there. So I hope that you're doing better. Oh, Mr. Kappas is in the house. Oh wow! All right. I mean, that is like obviously the chief of traveling Africa is definitely in the house, and yeah, it's vertical. Cool. So the chief of Africa travelers is in the house, giving us his blessings whilst not being sure where to travel next. Hey Maria, hey Jay, hello, happy past Friday. So Kappas is in the house, and Kappas is not 100% sure yet where to travel next. So I believe that he's now considering: would it be Kenya? Would it be Ghana? Would it be Nigeria again to get spiritual advice there in the Abuja area, or how it's going to go? Kappas, help us to go through that. Mina, Mina is in the house. Mina, I wonder why you always come with a ninja. You should come, by with yourself and being here. And for those who are coming now, you have missed the best part already. You have missed the best part already. You can ask Cindy and you can ask Unique Mom. We have had a very, 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 very female topic that we have discussed. I would believe, and Unique Mom, you can please confirm that, and Eunice as well, in a very equal opportunity manner, where we really discussed that in a very, let's say, eye to eye level way, with absolutely no dark sense of humor whatsoever. And guys, you've missed it. You have missed it. You have missed it. You have missed it. I not Nate, how do I pronounce it actually? Natecho Traveler. Hey Fav, good evening. Hello. And I was not no, I'm not doing these kind of dances. Yeah, but yeah, it was super. No, Cindy, you see, this is what you have to do. You have to sell that. Like I mean, obviously it was nonsense and everything. Hey, Captain, Pastor Captain is in the house. Salute, my friends. Cindy, is always a matter of sales how to do that. So here's the thing. Obviously, it was. I wouldn't say stupid. It was fun, right? But it was like it always have to phrase it like, yeah, the father was the first time ever, without any kind of dark sense of humor, interested in discussing a topic that is more female related on his channel. And he did it so well that the joke only came at the very end. Or he did it so well that we were all astonished on how we were actually able, all of a sudden, to discuss this without having to fear to having receipts given to the father again. Something like that. And obviously, everyone who is from this group knows that there's always going on something with a dark sense of humor or with some ever funny or pseudo funny thing that's coming. And I did it 4 hours once. Nacho, I did a 4 hour once, and Unique Mom was there. That was the night when all of a sudden I had this 400 people coming up to my stream out of nowhere. Unique Mom, you remember that was Thursday before Easter, a month ago. We were sitting here and I had like 2 hours done already, and I was like having this thing. I was talking about different things together with you because I got all this wonderful feedback, and all of a sudden there were 200 something people, and I didn't even realize it until Unique Mom actually wrote that in the chat here. 200 something, congratulations to 200 something. I was like, hey, checking on my thing here, and I was like, no, that kind of, where are they coming from? And I said, okay, I was very astonished, obviously, and stuff. And then I was like, well, and then people came, read the room and everything, but the chat was going floating like today, as it is comparing to the numbers. And I was like, okay, let's have some fun. And all of a sudden it was 440. I'll never forget that night. And of course, obviously, not having the experience that I'm having now, I was like, hold on a second, what in the Lord? And then Unique Mom said, like, hey, what's up here? And Jay, and that is when I think I did like 4 hours 10 minutes, and I was out after, I was leaving after 2 hours or something. I was about to say goodnight, and then everyone said to me, no, stay, bro, that's your watch hours. And I was like, okay. So I stayed. My battery, I didn't have StreamYard back then, so my smartphone battery was dying, and I was like, oh please. So for all those who just came, good evening to you guys as well. Very nice to have you. Very happy to be here. I would like to ask you if you don't mind to also have a look on my video for those, at least for some minutes from the show last night. I just have to say, I think it was misunderstood with the B2B session with Master and I last night, because people thought we were both on screen and stuff, but it was like an ongoing party. I did the first part for 2 hours and something. I played live last night, and he took over right after. So it was kind of a raid with a little extra, so to speak, and also good to do that. And as per my talking time tonight, we will see how long people will be here, or how long people will stay here without falling asleep and without without snoring. Because remember, guys, snoring causes earthquakes, right? Snoring causes earthquakes. So okay, so before I repeat myself too much here, let's do a little poll from those who have been here from the beginning. That would be Cindy, that would be Talata, that would be Unique Mom, and that would, those three. You three were here the first. So, ladies, give me a 1. You three, only you three. The others don't count. All three. Hey, Double A, good evening. All of you three. Do you want me to repeat the thing that I did before, or should I just continue with my non-existing program, so to speak? 1 is for repeat. No answer. We just go on. And we can keep it from there. But again, I was really thinking like, also a little repeat. Again, Cindy is in the house. Really happy to see you in my building. And it is really nice to see the MC sitting at the other side and seeing the okay. Okay, sitting at the other side and watching. And again, sometimes I would really like to sneak into people's living room while they are watching me, from those who have been sitting on the MC's chair, of course, like Cindy did for a very long day that day. And I was wondering what people think sometimes when they see me, unless they are really busy with 10,000 things at the same time. Like, for instance, doing their hair. Yeah. So, okay. So we're not going to strive it again. Maybe later. Later we go back to the same topics anyway, because someone puts a comment that I have to see, that I'm seeing on screen. And then obviously, as you all know, it is the best receipt available. So then I have to go back into that at all, always, because it's just, it would be a sin not to make those things. In my opinion, if there is a receipt or if there is a chance, shoot it. Just shoot it out and get there and have the fun of the lifetime and for that very moment, because life is short enough. Enjoy the momentum and get it done and get people there to you know get roasted or whatever. The Thank you. Yeah, yeah, that's what I see as well, Cindy. And I'm not doing this talking thing for too long yet. But having said that, I do this now for, I don't know, a month and a half or something. Excuse me for a second. My apologies. I do this now for a month and a half because people have encouraged me to. Because people told me, "Hey, you need to be seen on camera." I wasn't even seen on camera in my videos until end of February, Cindy. Nobody knew how I was looking like. Maybe on some they saw my hands on my decks, but other than that, then nobody saw nothing from me. And then I was told, "Hey, if you want to have more watch hours, if you want to have more people and stuff like that, then you have to be visible. You have to go online. You have to do more. You have to be more there by yourself." And no, 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 Capas, no, no, you didn't do anything yet that I would consider you to be worth having another roast. But eventually, eventually, Capas, you know how is everything. Yeah, you're victim number one. But today I didn't see you doing any sins, and as far as I see, Talata did not want to hang you yet. So um, for the moment, you're safe. Uh, yeah. So I was actually told, hey, do this, do that, be more visible and all that stuff, and obviously do more content, but you have to be more visible by yourself. People want to know who they're dealing with and all that. Yeah. So that's how I started this. But I prefer, honestly, doing the music stuff, being the DJ, and preparing for that properly, and putting music in there, and trying to mix them as good as I possibly can. Talking about that, tomorrow, again, Friday, as we all know, at 7 p.m. German time, we will have a weekend start with decent 70s and 80s music coming up. And Pastor Captain, second time. Good evening, my friend, and good to have you. Welcome and hello to the UK, as we always say ZUK because many Germans cannot pronounce the TH. So tomorrow it's going to be the 70s and 80s mix with decent, very, very nice remixes that you guys can dance to into the weekend. And having said that, I have a playlist now, a track list now, which I can use to try to create a South African dance mix. And I can say it is extremely challenging because the tracks are so slowly. So when that mix is coming, guys, don't expect to dance around the same speed that you usually do when I play, but it will be very, very much slower. And it will be very, very deep going as far as I understand. And it will very much deep bass sounds, but it is very, very slow comparing to the music that I usually play. But at least there's a rhythm, so it's something I can work with, and it will be a bit more than an hour, I guess, as far as I see now. And I will try to get that released next week on as a premiere, because first I have to check on how that works, and then try to make it possible. Thank you, Nate. Shavi, thank you, Fav. So just that you guys know a little bit what's coming up, and then next week Thursday we're gonna have cook with Cindy, Jesus, cook with Sandy here from Nigeria. we have working on the little technical issues in the background, and once that is done, we can sort that out in a proper way and have a proper conversation about this thing. So I've just postponed it for a week, or we have just postponed it for a week, and it's going to be cool. So don't worry about that. And yeah, I have to say, going back to Cindy, to the hosting, and I always have to pick that up from that day when she was doing the Goga 5 years. And partially, Cindy, I felt so sorry for you because, as we all know, um, when no, it's Cook with Sandy is her name, Cindy. It's Cook with Sandy. She's very good on YouTube with her videos that she's doing about different food styles that she creates. And but I always have to think of Cindy when she was on Goga's 5 years anniversary channel thing, and um, um, then this aura that you had and this very nice tone that you had back then, and it was the very nice atmosphere that you have created as a co-host back then. I was like, oh, she is really cool. She is really cool. Yeah, she's a powerhouse indeed. And as I said, she I think she only has like two moderators on her channel or something. Mm. I think she only has two moderators on her channel, and her channel is always like dum, 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 with all these funny trolls. Where you're from, what are you doing, are you married, and so on and so on. We had this topic here before. But I see a lot of people here, the female channel hosts. I mean, at the end of the day, obviously, there's a lot of eye rolling due to the obvious, but I do also have to say, I have the highest respect to each and every channel host doing a talk on the camera and getting through all this and still getting that done. So as you see, I don't read out the chat. I never do that unless I see a topic here or a comment there. Then, of course, obviously, I try to get onto that and still reading the chat and having that. But the advantage that I have is that I'm not female, so I don't get those trolls. I don't have those people sitting here asking me all these funny stories. And then again, I'm the host, so I can even kick out those with the blue jacket. And having the opportunity to defend my own nature, so to speak. And MN, good evening to you as well. What I'm trying to do, obviously, is to greet everyone personally. I think that is the least that I can do. This is just peach juice, Nate Shelby. This is just a very thick peach juice. Here, you can have a look. It's there's nothing else in it. The only thing that happened was that it was boiled so that it is softer. Taking off the skin, we put it with a blender. That's it. And optional, you can put an ice cube. I didn't. And you have an ice cube, and then that's it. You drink it. Cheers. All natural, not from a can. I could have now also said here, of course, when that chubby, you see, after I went to the natural shower outside in the rain today, I had the opportunity to get my hair done. My hair was done. I stood in the air and it was equally dried. Equally, darling, equally dried. You have no idea how much hard work that is to wait there for 5 minutes to get my hair equally dry in the air outside. In the air outside, darling, it was, you have no idea what experience that is. And then I went to the kitchen, all this long way from the living room to the kitchen now. And then I did this boiling process with the peaches, the boiling process. Watching this water doing all this work for me, this was like, oh my goodness, you have no idea. And then, you sit there and you wait until the fruits are cooling down a little bit. They're cooling down. It is like you don't know. And once they cool down, you have to take the skin off and all this thing. And you're so worried about your hair that it might get wet again and all this. hard work that you do with the peaches, and then you do the blender thing. And when you're then having the glass full, you think like, oh my God, this is the best natural ingredients as I ever had in my glass. After all this, all the suffering with the hair dry process, you have no idea. Cheers. Mm. So that is how you would set it on one of these cooking TV stations, um, kitchen TV stations, where you can see this. Oh yeah, buy this plastic box because it is so great, and they talk to you 3 hours about the stupid plastic box. That is how you can also do it, and it is absolutely yes. But the short version, Nate Chovy, homemade. Yes, absolutely. So you guys are still around? Sorry, guys, I just couldn't resist. And to answer the question that was asked before, when the other guys came in after the first three, that was literally the way that we were talking about. For instance, unique mums, hair done and undone and done and ding dong and whatever. Lord have mercy over my hair again. So that is what we do. Cindy, I'm sorry if I have unlived you again. Didn't mean to. Sorry. It is just sometimes the unholiness gets into me, and if the unholiness gets into me, you're not in control anymore. You're not in control anymore. 1 second, please. Yeah, that is how it is. And yeah. But then again, on the other hand, it is always nice to have those wonderful people around that actually can take a sense of humor, like Kappas. Uh, no, of course not, Jay. But the good thing, I don't have that problem. I just air dry them, and that's it. I don't even use a comb. Never for 30 years. Never had a brush or a comb on my head. But yeah, it is how it is. But having all these wonderful people around me who can take the roast, but also able to roast back, and having these opportunities, having these moments, it's very much liked. So there are several rituals these days, since I'm having the opportunity and chance to visit your channels. Hi, Mary. Good evening. To visit your channels, for instance, when I go to Unique Mom's channel and say hello, she's right away doing the Uibo Pepe song. Before she even says hello, she sees the white guy in the blue jacket on her channel. She starts the Uibo Pepe ceremony, so to speak. It's like the national anthem when the president visits a country. So if I ever visit Nigeria again and get the state visit ceremony at Lagos airport, then it will be most likely Unique Mom sitting there and standing at the microphone with a nice dress on it or a uniform and doing the Uibo Pepe song. And when I go to Maria's channel, there's always something on the table to eat, regardless if it is a snack for herself or if she's cooking. There's always something. When I go to Talata, either she's robbing the trees from cashew nuts or whatever thing, as always. Most of the time, there's always some kind of food, or she's cooking, or she's doing the yum to prepare the stuff, preparing fufu, and and all these people, wonderful rituals, so to speak. And I've been to Cindy's channel, I believe 3 times now on her live, and have realized that there's no difference. There's no difference between her being the co-host on someone else's channel or her being the host on her own channel. There's always this huge energy level that which applies to all of you, by the way, and Agatha as well. When she's there on her thing, doing her videos, I think it is always this huge energy level that I also observe to take positive moments, and it's always nice to sit on this side of the screen or on this side of the camera, being honest. But Sometimes it is even more nicer to sit on the other side as a viewer and still being involved, going to the chat and everything, but being involved in still being involved, but in more in the let's say backstage mode. You just sit here and you see what others are doing and what they're writing and stuff. And Kappas, if you go live, you asked for it, bro. You asked for it, bro. There will only be one live session of you. Only one. You will only be surviving one live session. And here's why. Because when you go live, I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen. So you might reconsider it again. If I see here we have Damilola somewhere in the bushes, most likely we have Talata in the house, we have Miri in the house, we have Nate Chovy in the house, we have Unfiltered Maria in the house, we have all these people, all these wonderful ladies here in the house, and you on the microphone? Bro, there's one problem. If you do a live and they all come after you, there is no chance for you to go to the bushes, my friend, because you are the host. You are going to be the host, my friend. You are going to be the host. And then you would have prayed. You would have prayed. Michael, please. I'm neither of them, but thanks for the thanks for the compliment. Kappas, you would be manslaughtered. You would be unalived. You would be boiled alive. You would be fried in the oven by all these ladies waiting for you for the chance of revenge, because you have traveled Africa too much in one day, every day, 7 days a week, and marrying all of them at the same time without them knowing, and doing this funny things that you do. In the night you travel to Talata and try to sneak in her house, but she's already asleep. And then you think, nah, Ghana is boring without, being online, being without Talata is here. Let's travel to Lagos real quick. While then seeing that Damilola is already in the streets on the way to work or something, or to the market. So she's not at house either, in the house either when you jump in there. And then you travel all the way to Abuja to then realize, oh, geez, Bozade is not here either. And you see, that is the problem. That is, and they go, bro. You're done. You're done. I can already actually create the funeral service sermon for you in advance, because, bro, they're gonna finish you, all of them, at the very same time. And again, if you're the host, my friend, there's nowhere to go in the bushes. Ask Cindy. Cindy said with Goga, when he did his 5-year service, she sat with him for like 3 days in a row. And she only disappeared from camera for like 3 minutes during the entire time, getting herself something to drink. Homemade, by the way. Homemade. And bro, if you would like to have my strong spiritual advice, don't. At least make very sure that that you are in peace with all of them. That there's peace, that there's peace, that there's freedom, that there's nothing weird going on, and that you don't have any of those experiences where you might fear the consequences all of a sudden. And hey, LJ, good evening. And the real is South African, okay, bro. I don't know, my man. There is another South African here, and she is, in my opinion, she is a queen of South Africa, and she is very much here as well. So meet CDZV, and CDZV meet LJ. LJ Moshosho, Moshushu, I think it is. Moshushu. South Africa, say hello to each other. And what's in the cup? It is the reason why the religion of the Father in the real world in the confession room can actually be still fulfilled on a daily basis. That is in this cup. That is in this cup. It is the holy liquid that I pour in here every day, so that the church of beans and bananas can actually still exist, and that all the nuns, especially the confession room, which is soundproofed, can actually be fulfilled, and that the nuns are actually satisfied on a daily basis. You have no idea, bro. Without this, I would not be able to do this. I think we should close this. This was the best statement of the day. So, and hi, Chini. Good evening. Chini or is it Chini? Always not 100% sure sometimes, but when am I ever? So, yeah, it is always interesting to see. Okay, so Kapas, you should actually get yourself a new visa. As you see, someone is actually offering you asylum. One person, one person in this world is offering you a safe space. And I consider that very, very generous, considering all the other comments that I see every now and then on you, having you wanting to be at a warmer place in the kitchen, like in the oven or something, and and Kapas again. Yeah, you get it again, but you asked for it. You have to be honest. You have to, you have to be honest. You asked for it. And if you see all these ladies here, I mean, Agatha and all the others who you always try to bless with your appearance, you know that bro, there's no chance. I'm just saying. So go to Maria. She's offering very decent food. So if you ever stay there in a box forever just to hide from the others, at least you will not be starving. So having a good time. And LJ, I think you're talking about Mina, right? You're talking about Mina's heart getting there. Bro, you and Kappas, you two should actually do the therapy group together. And just pay me for getting you the room for that, because there are all these hopeless cases here. I cannot believe it. But still, it is interesting to see. And I don't know. By the way, there's a little more serious topic that I would like to strive real quick regarding my channel. Hey, Goga, Mr. Goga is in the house. Helena Koya is in the house. Good evening, guys. I want to strive something real quick that have strived my eyes, so to speak, because someone, I have the feeling, did a funny donation to me again, but not in regards of money, but in regards of sending me subscribers or whatever, because I was with 12,300 something subscribers like 3 days ago or 4 days ago, and all of a sudden I'm almost at 13,000. And I've watched through my statistics. I went there and went through my statistics and went to my analytics in the channel, and have realized that at yesterday between 4 and 5 p.m. all of a sudden I had 340 subscribers more, and I have no idea where they come from. And all over the days, the last 3 days or the last 7 days, if I go through that, I see 500, 600 something. Oh no, wait, I'm talking about subscribers. I have to talk about subscribers. So 60, 50, 25, 75, all of a sudden, I never had those subscribing figures before during one day. But then if I see yesterday between 4 and 5 p.m. German time, 339. So again, I would really like to send a big appeal to whoever does that. Please don't. Really, don't. I don't need any artificial watch hours. I don't want any artificial subscribers who never turn up and who are never seen. I mean, 13 subscribers, which would on YouTube statistics would usually mean that 1% would actually turn up to your videos, turn up to your live streams or whatever. I'm far away from that 1%, as you see here. This is 0.1%. So 1% would be a usual viewing figure if those subscribers are real. So that means I would have to have a stream full of people with 130 plus people, which is not the case, which is never the case unless this troll times were there. And I would really, really, really like to try, no, not to my videos, but to my streams. Shiny, they turn up at my streams. We just had this topic like 15, 20 minutes ago. So my really ask is to not send me, due to whatsoever way, please don't send me any subscribers, don't send me any trolls on my live streams or premieres or whatever. Please. It is really starting to make me not too happy. And I just wanted to make that very public. I hope that whoever does that can read and hear that. And yeah. Just say to make sure. But going back to Kappas, my friend, think about it very well. Speak to your insurance agent, about your life insurance agent. Speak to your lawyer. Speak to all the 15 lawyers that you have for all the 15 marriages that are going on right now. Speak to each and every one of them if you should really go live. I'm just saying. But if you go live, I can promise you, I will sit in the corner somewhere and seeing all these ladies that you try to bless with not only your appearance. I will watch them coming after you, my friend. I will watch them coming after you. I watch them getting their teeth, free, and come with you, biting you, and biting you, and biting you until only your pants is left, but nothing else. And then we can do a sermon in memorial of. I just have pictures in my head right now. I just have pictures in my head. Maybe that should not be on there, but yeah. It is how it is. And having said that, it is always nice again to see to do the roast. It is always nice to have those funny situations coming in the chat when you can then play around. And for all those who see me going on, having a go on Kappas the first time, don't worry, guys. We are not having a beef. Kappas and me not having a beef. Me and Kappas good. We have always been cool, and when he has enough, he goes to the bushes and then licking his wounds that are giving him. But me and Kappas cool, so don't worry about that. It's there's no beef. In fact, as he said before, we are identical twins. And as Goga is in the house, I just wanted to all remind you that you have two options to see Goga and me on Sunday. Option one would be you come to my stream. Option two is you go to his stream on the Sunday service, because we are going to be, I'm having the very nice honor to be invited to his place this time as a guest, and always nice to have a conversation with Goga anyway, and having the opportunity to obviously also receive those shirts a couple of weeks ago. But it will be very interesting to be the co-host / MC / sitting in the in my personal throne by in his room, and finally getting the worships that I deserve. No, go to each one of our channels, and in the if you take live the announcements, then you see what's coming up next. And he wrote a very nice text about it, and it will be a very good idea to watch that, because I think Goga and I are gonna have a lot of fun, and gonna try to give you guys a little laugh, and gonna try to give you guys a little good atmosphere, some good times, and without too much. Well, there will be some deep going stuff, of course, obviously, when I speak about times in Nigeria, maybe, or something. I don't know what Goga is going to ask, but I'm very sure he has enough receipts to roast me before I even get the first question asked and something. And it will be a good it will be a good time. I'm not yet sure what to wear, what I'm gonna wear, but it's gonna be it's gonna be properly fitting to the show, and we're gonna have fun. And yeah, just saying, I'm looking forward to it, and then having hopefully giving you a good time. Cindy, good night. Good night. You're going to bed at 8. Jeez. Cindy, have a good night. Was good seeing you. Thank you for coming, and really thank you so much for spending some time here. Looking forward to see you again very soon, and hopefully you enjoyed your stay and had a good experience here tonight, whilst talking to this white guy from up there in Germany. And I hope I didn't bore you too much. Wishing a good night, my dear, and sleep well, sleep in peace, and yeah, we'll see you again soon. So, always having the oh, of course. How would I, my highness? How would I possibly? How could I have possibly forgotten that? My deepest apologies. I sinned. I'm gonna whip myself off camera, because otherwise YouTube thinks how it works, right? So I'm gonna flog myself later. Um, uh, these phrasings when I see them. Okay, LJ, little piece of education for you, my friends. I don't have any ladies in here. They are visitors and came voluntarily. I did not. I don't have them in here. You have something in a box, my friend. You have something in a box, or you have something on the table. But I don't have women in my room, or I don't have ladies in my room. The ladies came for a visit, and they came voluntarily, and they came on their own way, and I did not get drag them in or something. First of all, second of all, and why I'm going on this, you will understand soon, because this is exactly how you start. This is exactly how you start doing the wrong way. Not you. I know your purposes and stuff, but this is like these phrases are actually starting and getting other guys into wrong directions. Like, oh, you're having all the ladies in here. You're the king, yeah, but I'm not a freaking pimp or something. And I'm not doing it like other people, blessing each and everyone every night with my physical appearance because I can afford to have a private plane or something. Um, no, we are having here a good time. Obviously, I roast every now and then. Well, Jay, you're number 2 victim, but you're working on getting number 1. I'm sitting here and doing my thing and go through their channels and all that stuff. Uh, and by the way, LJ, they know each other way longer than when I popped up on their screen the first time. So I'm just saying. And I'm very blessed and happy of every visitor that is coming to my chats and to my either talking hours, but even more preferred the DJ sessions, and very happy doing that, and having those people visiting me. And that is not because of watch hours. That is not because of what everything. That is just because I had the YouTube experience of a lifetime the last couple of 3 months, 3+ months, and having the opportunity to, and this is beside any YouTube stuff. This is beside any YouTube, having so much fun and having so much laughters, and also very sad and not sad, but very serious conversations, meeting true friends. That is priceless. So I don't have anyone here. You're not in my possession, LJ. No one here is in my possession. That is when you have something. When you have something in your possession, that is that is when you have something. I'm not denying anything, Maria. I just make sure that people don't get it wrong. That I'm not having a harem. I'm not like Kappas. Kappas has got them all. So, LJ, if you want to learn something, speak to Kappas. Kappas, he has them all. He is like, he wants to possess them all. I just want to make sure that they visit my confession room on a regular basis, and then they're free of all their sins. But other than that, they're always free to do whatever they want. Oh, and not whatever they want, obviously, because if they stay with the confession and everything and with the religion, but Kappas, in your dream, you have your niece every night, right? So, so that is why the certain song was actually written back then in the 70s, because they knew Kappas would be born one day, and Kappas would be dreaming of being with, having your niece and being near your niece. And that is when this song was actually born. Dreams are my reality. Welcome to Kappa's world. But in the end of the day, it is how it is. The ladies are mine. Oh, Lord. LJ, it is a pleasure that you give an old man these funny thoughts. But yeah, I would not comment on this any longer because Maria has spoken. There's no more comments on this. Everything what you said is true. So, in the name of the Unholy Father, Amen. So it is Amen, right? It is spoken. It is finalized. There's no more room for discussion because Maria has spoken, and that's it. And Unique Mom is not only Kappas Entalata. You should watch. You should watch his travel. His travel diary, bro. Unique. You should watch his travel diary. Red's room is in the house. Hey, bro. Good to see you. And have a good day, man. Was nice actually talking real time to you the other day, this week, and doing the YouTube test. And having said that, yeah. So on the, but it's always interesting to see and to know how those things actually go and how those things work out. And Red's room was actually checking his YouTube functionalities this week, and I happened to be online by coincidence because I sneaked in really quick between meetings and saw him there. And then he put the link there, and I was like, okay, let's just go. Whoops, tapping the link, and then obviously, then all of a sudden, we were on his stream at the same time, and we had a little chat before he stopped at the burger, and so I think it was a bagel thing, right? For some breakfast, and so I hosted his channel for 2 minutes before he came back, and it was fun. And we were talking about a couple of things just in the short time that we had, and it was really very nice actually to speak to Red's room in real life for the first time after we actually met. It was nice, bro. Good to see you here, man. Very happy to have you here around and with all the other wonderful people that are here. And yeah, I'm not misunderstanding anything. You see, Unique, here's the thing. I just let them now. Now the thing is that I just lean back and watch the whole scene. You see, this is how it goes. You drop a little bit something, and then Kappas and Eunice will play blame each other tennis, play blame each other ping pong, and Kappas will say, because you were never there, I had to sneak to Nigeria. And then when Unique is getting aware about it, when Damilola is getting aware about it, it's going like, have you cheated on me with Eunice? Have you been to Ghana again? You just sit here and like, let's have a look. Let's have a look at how this works. ah, this is the best entertainment, and you don't have to do nothing. You just watch it. When Kappas is getting it again, when Kappas is getting it again from each and everyone at the very same time, and that is indeed, you know, yeah, of course, Kappas, of course, you go for the food, yeah, of course, you go for the food, bro, you go for the food. If I would take out all the receipts right now, this life would not end before Good Friday evening next year, my friend. And this would be a completely uninterrupted live stream. Until then, I would still not be done, but we could still do on the Thursday before Good Friday. We could still do the crucifixion testing on you before we do the real thing next day. You know what I'm talking about. So innocent. You had your chance, Kappas. I gave you the blessings for being innocent. 1 week ago, my friend. 1 week ago. 1 week ago. You failed to keep it that way the second week. Well, my friend, what can I say? And for all those in the bushes watching, I'm just saying, me and Kappas, we don't have a beef at all. It is just that he gets it from me all the time, and from the others, not from me. Because in this case, I'm the innocent one. I'm just saying that. But Kappas, my friend, good to have you here. Always, always brightening up our room with his appearance and having people not having a laugh at him, but having a laugh with him. And it is always if yeah. Oh Lord, I would be. I would actually expect a lot of hands going up right now. So anyway, any one of you, wonderful female visitors, if you have been married to Kappas or if he did any funny proposal to you in that regards, raise your hand. That is my strong recommendation. Raise your hand now, because then we can actually start trial. We can actually start trial, and we can actually start trial. Fidessa is there. Hello, my dear. Good evening. And so now I can reveal the secret, as you all see. Kappas has even proposed to me. He has even proposed to me because he was so devastated that because he couldn't meet any of those ladies who he proposed to. So he even came to me one night, literally drunk, totally rotten. You would have never considered that Kappas could be in a status like this. And he came to my front door of my bishop's villa. He came to my front door. And I was like, and I was like, huh? And all I heard was, and I was like, huh? So I gave him some food first, so that the alcohol can actually clear out a little bit. And he looked at me with this pseudo innocent view of his that he can do if he wants something. And turned out he has asked all the women of this planet already to marry him. if it was Miri, if it was Hilda, if it was Eunice, if it was whoever. Everyone has agreed, independent from each other. And then he turned up at the bishop's house front door and asking the bishop to be the partner of his life because he's done with the women, because they don't want him anymore. That is how deep you can go in life, asking the bishop. Just saying. And now, ladies, Eunice, Miri, Damilola, Agatha, and whoever else he has blessed with his appearance, now have your own thoughts. We can discuss it all in my confession room tomorrow. No problem at all. And I can happily say that Kappas was the first sinner I had to turn back from my doorstep and send him back to sinning land, so to speak, and having him deported back to the devil's place. Bosede, hello, my dear, good evening, and having him sent back to the devil's place where roasting is a daily business. Hey, Aninja, good evening, my dear. And where roasting is actually a serious business on a daily basis, and so I didn't have to get that done by myself, and not me having this funny thing going on with grilling him softly by myself. I let the work to be done like a couple of storages deeper. And Bozid is in the house. Very happy to have you. Hey, Joseph. Sorry, I just couldn't resist. It always reminds me when I see the name that I first called you Joseph. And Maria has did it again. So, yeah. Hey, guys, listen, it is Vice Friday, as I call it. It's Thursday evening. It's 8:25 here in Germany. And that means midnight is not too far away, actually. And that means that when it's midnight, it's officially Friday. I mean, sorry for the guys in the US, you have to wait a little longer, or in Canada, but hey, what's your plans on the weekend? What is your plans for the weekend? Are you going out? Are you doing or undoing your hair for 2 days in a row? Or are you going for a party? Are you invited someplace? Or are you all running to Kappa's place to try to grill him in his own oven or something? What's your plans for the weekend? Tell me. And I mean, obviously, besides the YouTube stuff, but are you going out, having some private life as well? Because I think that is important. Having said that, I'm actually going to Munich to the town center on Saturday in the morning. Take my smartphone with me, doing some videos, some little clips, nothing big, but mostly enjoying some time there in the center. Rumors said the weather shall not be too bad. We had a pretty not too warm May this year, which was a bit surprising compared to the years before. But yeah, so what is your weekend plans? Are you going somewhere, or are you going someplace, or are you going out? Um, hair, any hair routine, or family matters, or I mean, family parties, or weddings, funerals, clubs, something like that, or going to the beach, or anything. Would be interesting to do, because I know quite some people who don't live not too far from beaches, not bit, not, but beaches, beach, sand, water, that thing, and that would be cool to understand. What are you guys doing? By the way, I see now I try to do this. I see I have currently 33 likes on this live stream. Let's try to make it 50. I've never done that before myself. I'm just realizing that. Let's try to make it 50. So we're online now for 1 hour and 20 minutes. So let's try to make it 50. 50 likes would be cool on the live stream. I think I never had that. No, I never had that during a live stream, like me or me appearing on camera or doing DJ stuff. I never had 50 likes in a doing a live stream before I ended it. And I'm very modest because, as we all know, Captain doesn't even start opening his eyes before even the 100 appears. And other people here, especially my very female friends who run their own channels, they get 100 likes then like no tomorrow. So 50 likes would be nice. That's another 16 to go. If that was possible, I would be very, very blessed. And then I could sleep in peace tonight, knowing that I had 50 likes once at least, and having the magic 5 in front of that. That would be sweet. But there's no must, of course. And having said that, I have last night played a live session, a relatively spontaneous one. I only had like 3 hours to prepare because for those who have been there, you saw my premiere video with the Funky House session. But then last night, most of you were sleeping already, most likely. At 11 p.m., I started a live session for 2 hours and then handing it over to Master CTRL in Brazil, which, funny enough, more of you have attended than my own one. But I heard that was Goga sending a raid there after his 300-hour live ceremony. And so I saw, I don't even know, I think my live session last night was the least visited ever because I had like, I don't know, 16, 17 people there on that. And yeah, again, if I had 50 likes at the end of this one, this would be nice. But there's no other goal I can set yet because I'm not yet monetized. So working on that. But yeah, 50 likes would be a nice goal. I think that is a good thing. And we still have some time to go. So I'm not having any plans to finish like within the next 5-6 minutes, unless you guys feel so bored that you all want me to go. But other than that, I have no intentions to leave right now. And actually, I can look if I have some beats that I can put you really quick. Let me see what I can do. I'm covering my... I'm sorry for the chair sound. It is not me. It is not what you think. It is not me doing alternative breathings. I'm just saying. So let me see what I can fix here real quick, just to at least get some beats up here for you guys, so that you also have a little bit opportunities to. So there's my DJ stuff. Let's see what I can get. I'll take this one here. See if there's any sound coming. It is not, but that is not the problem. We will fix that somehow. Go to audio. There you go. Output recording. Those. Okay. All right, that will be coming in a minute. And again, politely asking for a few seconds of patience. I hope you guys can still hear me, and I hope you guys can still hear my voice because I'm doing some sound settings here right now, so that in a minute we should have a little bit beats coming up here and there. There you go. Let me just restart that real quick. And then we have all right. I hope you guys can hear that a little bit, or shall I increase the sound a little? Just making sure that we're all on the same page. All right. So, getting it back to the good old times when I started this, having some beats in between, which will not have any copyright issues whatsoever, and I hope that you guys still can hear me as well, so that we have the nice mixture, but this time with a proper microphone. I actually bought the microphone just for this, that when I do a speaking session, that I'm a little bit more audible rather than just... Now, the neighbors will not say anything because I had a clash with a neighbor from upstairs a couple of years ago, who really, what you hear from the microphone now, that came through the ceiling from upstairs. I'm not having it loud, not at all. This is not even room temperature, so to speak. This is just me having some beats on, that's it. And I got to change it frequently, but again, that was really interesting because the neighbors, all of a sudden one night, I sat there and I was like, duns, 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 with whatever music it was. It sounded very psychedelic, actually, to be honest. And having said that, it was interesting to see back then what people are able to do if you get there and all of a sudden you hear those sounds and you think upstairs there's some real big reconstruction going on at 2:30 in the night. And then you consider, like, I don't know, bro, if that is too good to be true, or if that is just like a good idea to, having the, maybe to knock upstairs and see if everyone is still alive, because you never know. And yeah, because sometimes here in the hood where I live, there are some creepy people moving in and out, and some of them are moving out because the police is coming and taking them to a place where they belong, to keep that very nice and polite. And those people exist here as well. It is how it is. When you live in the hood, you live in the hood. And having said that, it is an interesting thing to see that sometimes people, you look into their eyes or you look into their face and you know trouble is on the way. Just when they move in, trouble is on the way. And most likely in those cases, when trouble is on the way, trouble doesn't wait too long until to appear. So, yep, that happens here in the hood as well. And interestingly, saying that, sometimes when you see those videos on YouTube from all these, how do they call in the States, these Karens and Kevins and all this Kevin in regards of the male Karen, as far as I learned, and all these so-called entitled ones who think they're better than the others, they are here too. I don't know how they're called in Germany actually, but those Karens we have here too. And trust me, when you see them, even before they say something the first time, you just know. By the way, I would like to let you guys know that I believe it is tomorrow, Essie Munjai is having a birthday party. And yeah, it's here in Munich as well, Jay. This is the same here in Munich. It's the same here now these days. It's getting there. Essie's birthday is coming up. Essie's birthday party is coming up. And as far as if I'm not all wrong, it is supposed to be tomorrow afternoon / evening, something like that. I have to have a look again. Yeah, Essie, do me a favor, remind me, please. When is your birthday party? Is it this week, right? Tomorrow? If I'm not mistaken. As far as I remember, you said something about a weekend soon. And I believe to remember that you said it 8 p.m. EAT, which is 6 p.m. German time. So okay, good to know. So I'm gonna have my show at 8 p.m. It's 6 here. No, it's 7 here. Yeah, that is where my stuff starts. But I can send you all the bunch to your party after that stuff. Okay, getting that in mind. Thank you, guys. So, guys, I'm gonna pin that up here because obviously, what I found out by journalistic investigations and doing some research on that, as he has given an exclusive interview yesterday on the chat and finally stating her true age. She's going to get 75, and obviously she's celebrating youth like there's no tomorrow because with 75, you don't know. And she stated she's 75. She gave that in a press conference yesterday, and obviously I really have to say, Essie, now as you're here on my chat, I can really say congratulations on that. You don't look any younger than 74 and a half, really. I mean, you're really looking, for 75, you're looking great, really, I have to say. You didn't do too wrong. And having said that, again, 74 and a half to 75 is still 6 month difference, right? You see, put a little less makeup maybe in the mornings and make sure you iron your face. That's what I always do now these days in the mornings, and that also helps to keep the young view at least, and having the opportunity to age with pride, so to speak. So 75, ladies and gentlemen, Essie's birthday tomorrow at 8 p.m. Kenyan time or East African time EAT. So literally my recommendation is also please do not forget the Father's Life tomorrow, but then we can all move to Essie's birthday party tomorrow and have a good time there and have some fun, and obviously congratulating her to reaching 75 and still able to actually have all these activities on YouTube and all these things going on with partying, selling this makeup that makes you younger. I saw that the other day when she sells all these packages online and making sure that people are also aging well. Maybe I should think of some lip gloss for capas, so that he can still bless all the ladies with his appearance in a most inappropriate way on a daily basis, because he has so many. Essie, maybe we should think about a business plan for purchase the makeup stuff and the wellness stuff that you're selling just for capas, for a 3-year program which brings you a lot of money and him the beauty that he needs to satisfy all those people coming up here and having a good time. I'm just saying. And but very good for you. Looking forward to your birthday party tomorrow, Essie. I'll definitely appear, and I have some. Essie is now growing up finally with 75. She's now officially, so tomorrow she will most likely, the first time in her life ever with 75, be allowed to have a beer in public, in a bar or something. I don't know, or in a club. Finally, the doorman at the club will show mercy and let her in. And yeah. In the end of the day, it's always nice if there's several celebrations opportunities now. I consider when my big day came with a rounding up, there was COVID, and I was actually planning a huge party, which I, funny enough, had at YouTube, but I didn't do it as a live. That was in 2021, and it was not a live, but it was a premiere, and there were quite some people on the chat back then. You can actually watch that if you go to my channel and go to my birthday trilogy that is listed somewhere up there, and you can see the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s mix. And in the one from 71, the chat was pretty busy back then. That was my birthday. Geez, I cannot believe it's almost 4 years ago. And it was fun, and still it was fun, and it was really like having a good time. Still, even though it was only online, even though it was only virtual, no real party, obviously, because the restrictions have been so high back then for people who wanted to do something in a bar or in a pub or something. So it was really good. Tonia's talk is in the house. Good evening. Very nice to have you here. Good to see you, and happy Vice Friday to you as well as Boze's clone. Sports with Bozede is in the house. And guys, in case if you just came, please kindly don't forget to hit the like button. We're aiming for 50 today. We're aiming for 50 likes, and that would be. I'm very humble and very modest with that, but I never had 50 likes on my live stream, and since I'm not monetized, and since I cannot ask you for super chats or anything like that, 50 likes would be nice. So, and I'm not promising any money for that return. So just I would like to have 50 likes once as an experience, as a new YouTube experience. I would like to have 50 likes. If you have a chance, that would be awesome. And other than that, I'm really happy to see that the chat is always going well, that people are having fun independent from what this funny white guy is saying on the camera, and that people are enjoying themselves and coming in and chill out and getting some, oh no, what did I do? Getting some let me see here. Let me put some. Okay. Getting some snares, some hi-hats. Okay. Having said that, done. Guys, if the music is too loud and you cannot hear me too good anymore, just let me know. Then I'm going to just lower the sound again. So that is done. And so again, tomorrow Essie has her birthday party. And I think we should all join there because having a birthday is always special. Reds, you can bring your own drinks because I think Essie needs the alcohol for herself. 75 is a big age to reach, and therefore we should show respect for that. So let her keep the alcohol for herself. Bring your own drinks, and so everyone who is drinking alcohol on a party usually. Hi, Heart to Heart. Good evening. Welcome to the house. Nice to meet you. I'm not sure if I've seen you here before, but because you don't wear blue, well, I've taken all the blue jackets anyway. But nice to have you, and welcome. In case if you're here the first time and I haven't, or that you're not here the first time and I have not recognized you, my apologies. But if you're here the first time. Thursdays is where I sit here and have a little chat with all those people who I like and who like to be here and there. And on the other hand, let me have a look. Why is there so much laughter? Let me have a see. What did I miss? Okay. I think I saw the person before. Anyway, so upcoming events. Essie's birthday tomorrow, very important. Obviously, Red's captain is doing this Friday soiree, as it is called by, or as it would be called by Goga. Essie's birthday, captain's live, my live tomorrow with again disco. And 70s and 80s, focusing on the 70s and 80s music. And we're gonna have the weekend starter, so to speak, with decent disco music from the 70s and 80s. I was asked for that from quite some people to do that again after a while. So I wear my nice disco 70s flower power thing again. And then we have that tomorrow. And also, guys, get prepared for Saturday, confession time again with the father. Because we're going to have some. I know that there have been quite some sinners, and so if Kappas ever reaches the confession room, guys, then you can go on a vacation for 4 years, because he will need exactly that time to confess all his sins. JD, good evening. Young's Kitchen is in the house. Good evening. Very nice to have you guys here. And for those who are here the first time, Blessed Everywhere is in the house. Hello, good evening, and welcome to the house. And and welcome to the Vice Friday conversation, so to speak. And it is very nice to have you here. However, on Saturday, then of course we have the usual gospel sermon coming up, and Cross Family is in the house. Good evening, Cross Fam 5. Hello, guys. Very nice to have you. And so everyone who is here right now, I'm very blessed. Thank you so much. And for those who just came, we are aiming for 50 likes. I'm very, very modest. I'm very, very humble, but I never had 50 likes before doing a live stream. And if that would be possible to be happened. So guys, if you just come in right now, thank you so much, first of all, but also very happy if you hit the like button. And because that is the only thing I can get as a return, because I'm not monetized yet. So a like button, hitting the like button, having 50 likes once in a live stream, that would be awesome. And I would be very happy about that. Everything Africa with Oma is in the house. Hello, Grandma. Good to see you. And Weibo Pepe is sitting on the other side of the camera this time and saying hello to you. And hope you're doing well and had a good week so far. And obviously, the highlight is now as you're here, obviously. But it is, Confessions Cross Fam. So, yeah, guys, if you have anything to confess, you can go to one of my secretary nuns and try to get an appointment for the Saturday before I do the official sermon. And then we can actually go on with the sermon itself. And if you need any time in the confession room before that, please kindly send an application, ask for some time. The calendar of the Father is always very full, as far as I heard. So that would be Saturday. And Sunday, obviously, highlight of the week for each and every one of us. Me attending Goga's Sunday service and looking really forward to it. He has already announced it on his channel today as well, while he was having this luxurious lunch. And in his very nice hotel where he was for the convention. And Kanini Kanene is in the house. I'm hereby greeting the Kisi Diocese. And Goga sat in the hotel today, having all this staff running around and waiting to serve him some more. But Goga is always very modest when it comes to hotel food. So he was just sitting there eating one plate. And the staff ran around for nothing. And he even finished his plate like, hey, this is like cool and nice juice. Everything was fresh pressed. He was full of vitamins. And all of a sudden, he had to go back to the real world, means convention. And that is the luxurious lifestyle of our very president, who obviously, as he states himself, only flies presidential air. He cannot fly with this ordinary people in economy or even first class or something. So today was a proof that he lives a presidential life to the fullest. What more can I say? Ah, I know. I know, Goga. I know. What should I say? I mean, from the father's perspective, it is very similar. We can actually discuss that on Sunday. What similarities there are between the presidential seat and the father's bishop seat in his own YouTube diocese, and struggling because the monetization is not there yet, and the diocese is very poor. The YouTube diocese of the father is really poor, actually, and therefore, yeah, actually, that's what I do. You see, Omar, you see, this is how it works. The president gets the credits, he gets the money, he gets all these red carpets. He's flying his own presidential airline, and the father, he gets a thank you every now and then. I'm just kidding. Very nice that you're here again, Omar, and good that you found the way to Goga. And to be fair, I think the first recommendation to you visiting Goga did not even come from me. I think it came from Bossede. I think it was mentioned in Bossede, and then last Saturday in the chat, I believe, and then when I came in, I also mentioned it. So those credits should go to Bossede and myself, not only to me, because I think that being perfectly honest, it was mentioned by the both of us, as far as I remember. So, Gatatagos and chat. Is Alicia here? Or what is all that about? Or you're still driving, Reds? Let me see my longest stream. So that means, Goga, you were 12 hours on a stream in a row. You, yourself. I mean, you doing this live thing. Or was that something else you created? That would be interesting to know. 12 hours. Yeah, I mean, you never find an end anyway, but yeah, that was Saturday. That was Saturday, Goga. And I think you were just there for a quick visit as always, and then after you proved it was either Bossede or me and Bossede, this something similar, we recommended to Omar to visit your channel, to your Sunday service and other stuff as well, because it is always helpful to get that. Anastasia is in the house. Hello, good evening, my dear. How was shopping? How was everything going? How was your? I hope you only had nice customers today, and hope that you only had a good atmosphere in your store. Good to have you here, my dear. Always nice seeing you, as you know. And finding out what name you're going to give me today, so that I can have another receipt on you, and also creating another ninja on that. And having said that, let me change this here a little bit on how. Let me see what I can do here to get a little bit different sound in here. Let me see. So, what we're going to mix in next? Oh, that one is nice. Okay. this a bit more in the focus. And the hi-hats a bit in the background before they all of a sudden will disappear. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And chopping was good. That is good. Sorry, guys, that I left the appearance here, that I left the focus for a second. I just wanted to get some new sounds in, and having those things set up a little bit so that it's not always the same monotonic sound here in the background. And yeah. So again, guys, it's Vice Friday. So Unique Mom, you're having some time to rest as well, or you're going to get your hair done or undone or shaved off or hair dried or whatever you do with it. Would be nice to know. Interesting to know, actually. And Anastasia, my darling, you're going to church on Sunday, I believe, or what are you going to do? Or you're going to rest, or you're waiting for my sermon to start tomorrow so that there's an excuse. Sorry, so that there's an excuse for you to not go on Sunday, and just out of interest. You're resting, okay, that's good. Oh, but you're still going to church on Sunday. Okay? Unique Mom is going to rest. That's good. So you can watch the Goga Live, the Goga Sunday service in the evening. So then you're rested enough, and you're going to be done. Obviously, Essie Munja is having a party, celebrating her 75th birthday, which means that Saturday and Sunday, most likely, Essie will lay down and rest and getting rid of the hangover. And my sermon is starting on Saturday afternoon, Anastasia. It will be most likely 5 p.m. your time. I have to adjust the time a little bit. It will be mostly 5 p.m. your time, and that would make it 10 a.m. In Unfiltered Maria's and Red's Rooms area. So you guys have a little bit more time for breakfast before the weekend sermon starts. And I have to also work on some music, which I'm going to do Saturday morning, I believe, creating the mix for next week with the South African tracks. And having said that, I'm just realizing that it's been a while. It's now 3 months that I'm part of this community by meeting Red's Room back then, and having him sitting in the car. By then it was snow. Red's Room. Remember my first appearance in your when you were doing the ding 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 thing, and was my first time being there. You were sitting in the car. I believe you had finished work, or you were having lunch break or something, and you were just doing a live, talking to people as you do always, and giving them a very good time. And all of a sudden, I was part of this community, like and now that was 3 months ago, friend. That was 3 months ago. He was doing the ding ding ding, this ding ding ding, this ding 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 thing that he has there. He got this ding 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 thing with the this funny ding 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 sounds that he does when people come in, this alarm thing. And yeah, so that is how Reds and I met, and then I met all the others, and some of you guys by coincidence, but all of a sudden we met up in some Sunday service, 5 years Goga, me wearing the priest gown. And yeah, guys, if you're ever bored and you see Red's Room online, go to his lives. It's always very funny. It's always very chilled out. It's always very, very cool. No big drama. Nothing sensationally going on. Just like very good chill back time, relax. You just sit back, relax, and then you get the alarm, like, or if you donate, you get this ring ding 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 thing. And always funny to be there, meeting his people, and due to him, I met all of you. Period. So one day, if I have the money, and if I have some money, then I will build a little red room statue beside my screen and creating it a holy place in my bishop's palace. Just saying that because I met all my sheep who came to my confession rooms due to the pre-work of Red's room, going from door to door and asking the people, "Hey, would you have a minute to talk about Father Ragus with me?" That's what Red's room is doing. So now that if you want to know what Red's room's role in the diocese is, hi Susie, my darling. Hello, good evening. Hope you're doing well. So Red's room's actually role is to recruit new, most likely female nuns for the community, for the church, for the belief. And that means that he is actually going from door to door and doing what the Jehovah Witnesses are usually doing, but he's like, "Hello, good afternoon." He's doing very innocent, obviously, he's covering his hair and all that stuff, wearing a nice suit and wearing the bean and banana emblem here. And he's like, um, sending here like, hello, my name is Redroom. I'm the monk of the Beans and Banana Church. Would you have a minute to speak about the Father Ragus and the miracles that he does? Keeping water as water, and not trying to make it to wine and all that. That is Redroom's job. Redroom's job is to actually go making ding 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 at the doorbells and really trying to. Hi, Eden. Good evening. Eden, thank you for coming, and very nice that you're here in the chat. You can always happily be a member of this community as well and joining in if you want to, simply by subscribing, but not only being in the chat and saying I'm subscribed, but also watching videos. That is more essential than a subscription, to be honest. And very nice to having you, but also very nice if you would like to stay and introduce yourself to the others. If you have a chance, then you are able to make new friends. That is really, really cool here. Yeah, so that's Red Room's job. So whoever still wants to recruit for this wonderful Beans and Banana Society that we have here in our community, that would be sweet if you guys let me know. And what I'm gonna do now for the very first time ever, I'm gonna try out something because I would like to get myself a little zip to drink. So what I need to figure out is, I haven't done that so far. I only saw it in Gogas and other places, but let me see. No, I'm not able to do that. But since I'm on StreamYard anyway, let me try to put something. Let me try to do something. Okay, dog. I would just excuse myself for just a second. I would like to get a zip to drink and leave you here with the music a little louder so that we can. I'll be back in a minute. And Original view. Hello, hello. Um, yeah, even the father is getting thirsty every now and then, and that is the usual part of life. So, having a sip of coffee, having a sip of water, and very done. Sassy, something serious with you that you've been to bed all day, or just having a flu and getting better now, or stuff like that? How is the shop going, my dear? I wanted to say, I don't know if you heard that story, but a month ago, mm, Sassy Global Concept has actually opened her own business. Um, and I can proudly say I was the very first customer in her house. I was buying some gari. I was buying some vegetables, and I asked for not too much pepper. And she was actually paid by Super Chat, and I was the first customer. I kind of how do I say? I kind of making it. I kind of making her write down my name as a first customer, and yeah, you can buy that there, Unique Mom. You can buy that in her shop. You can buy that kind of stuff there, and everything fresh, tomatoes and onions and whatever you want to have, and some sweets and everything. And I'm very proud that I was the first customer in her shop at all on the grand opening day, and it was very nice seeing her smiling when she prepared everything for the opening and all that stuff. So actually, I sneaked into her shop through the back door, being able being able to buy something before all these ordinary people go in there and buy their stuff. And I was very blessed being able to buy something there and be the first customer in Susi Global's concept shop. And I was so happy to see when she opened it, when first people came out there and say hello and stuff like that. That was really nice to see. And it's a month now. So, guys, if you don't mind, I would like to see a lot of applauding hands in the chat right now to really give her this little appreciation that she deserves for 1 month being in her own business, and it's still there, and she's doing a lot of that, a lot of effort in there. I know she's still doing all her laundry at home, and she's still doing the household and everything. And I mean, oh, that is great. That is great. You see, so the store is going great, and really happy to see all these stories here these days that people are getting blessed with a couple of things to have support, to have a better chat or a better appearance on camera, or a better I don't know, a better opportunity to do certain things. And sometimes it's the little things that make it happen. And also very happy about Sassy Global doing it all on her own, together with the help of her kids, and having still the bright smile on her face. And I know everyone here is working hard to get certain things achieved, if it is to work, if it is through YouTube, if it is through whatever opportunity. And therefore, Susie, I'm really, really happy for you that the shop is going well. Really happy for you. Really, really happy for you, my Niger sister. And for all those who, I also have to say, I see a lot of people, a lot of female channel hosts here having children, some of them raised and already grown out the house, not thrown out the house, grown out the house. Some kids still small, some kids going to school and all that, and all your wonderful people are taking care of them so well. And I really have to say, there's only one thing I can do for that. Me as the guy sitting far away from some people, raising my head for that. And it is regardless if there's now a mom or family behind it. I really have to say my salutes. FOZ is in the house. Hello. Very happy to see you. And we are just sitting here and having a good time. Today is Thursday, so usually Thursdays is the day where I just sit here and we have a good time together. We have a chat. That's the same on Mondays, and sometimes there's a topic like next week. We're gonna have a topic coming, and actually, I bought it again recently. Sassy, I bought it again recently. Remember last time I came shopping when I was in need of a couple of things really fast, and yeah, and I really have to. So FOZ, what we do here on Mondays and Thursdays, we sit here together, and as you see, chat is rolling. White guy sitting here is trying to create some good vibrations, and same as on Mondays, as I said, and then on Wednesdays usually there is a premiere video, and on Sundays as well. And Fridays and Saturdays I play live DJ sets. So on tomorrow, for instance, if you want to join in, it is already up there in my upcoming lives. You will be able to dance around with the 70s and 80s disco music and having a good time whilst doing that. But also, does your finger hurt while DJing? No. Omar, that was one of the weirdest questions I ever had on. Does my finger hurt while DJing? No. And by the way, I use both hands. No. My fingers hurt because of other things, but definitely not because of DJing. Freestyle vid? What kind of freestyle vid? Huh? No, we met. Who did we meet through? Let me see. We have a common friend. We have a common friend. One of those people here in this wonderful chat room is a common friend of ours, and I don't do classical freestyle. I do DJing, and we have met through one of these people here, and I'm doing DJing Fridays and Saturdays, and maybe you saw me in my priest gown on a Saturday afternoon. That could be after we met somewhere else. Okay. So FOZ, we met on Bosid's channel, I believe, last week Saturday when she was doing laundry. I think that's where we met. We met in Bosid's channel in the chat, and I was doing some jokes and stuff like that, like I always do. And yeah, this is the me behind the DJ. This is me behind the father, so to speak. Fekila, hello, good evening. Hope you're finally feeling better by now. The cold that you had the other day was not sounding too well. So FOZ, we met through Bosid's channel last week Saturday, I believe it was, while she was doing laundry, and I think Africa and Omar was there too. And that's, I think, where we met. But then you only saw me in writing, and I didn't appear on cam. And maybe you appeared on my Saturday sermon in the afternoon when I was doing my DJ set, doing the heavy, wearing the gown. Trying to not give you the tinnitus because of my coughing. I think I got it from Fekila. She sent me the flu. I think she sent me the flu the other day. And yeah, but FOZ, that is how we met. And then I believe last Saturday you went to my channel briefly and then said hello or something when I was doing my DJing. But on Mondays and Thursdays, I actually sit here and on my channel and have the opportunity to actually talk to you guys and having this conversation going on, and having the opportunity to also pay attention to the chat, actually, because when I do my DJ stuff, you guys have noticed and complained about it already. I'm not always able to pay attention to the chat because then I'm really focusing on the music, the transitions, and all that stuff. Um, that is what you have to do. In a club, you also don't sit there in the crowd and on the dance floor, and you talk to the people while the music is doing whatever. And thankful, positive. Tonight I'm in peace with myself, but I'm always in peace. Thank you so much, and yeah. So is the 50 showing? Yes, it is showing, Mr. President. Thank you so much indeed, and so. Thank you so much, FOZ. Yeah, well, I mean, the face is always there when I do when my camera is on because this is what you see now is a very similar ankle than when I DJ. But now I'm sitting obviously, and my DJ equipment is just there. It's just like there where I'm pointing, and maybe you hear the beats in the background. It's just like for a little bit of background sound, and. So what's happening here is that some people have encouraged me that would like to hear me speaking as well, and yeah. Having said that, it is also nice to obviously have the chance also to just sit here, and that's also what I like so much when I upload a Premiere video. I think I've mentioned that a few times now. That when I sit here and I have created a video for a premiere, and that's coming up. It's very happy to you see. I was mistake me for Kappas. Holy moly! Oh jeez, FOZ. Stand in the corner and feel ashamed for yourself for at least 10 seconds. Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, actually, me and Kappas, we're twins. We are not easy to be taken apart, It's like we are identical twins. Kanini, my darling, thank you so much for coming, and hope your live stream was successful. Wishing you a good night's sleep, and have sweet dreams. We see on the sermon on Saturday when you represent the Kisi diocese. Sleep good, my dear. And all right, that is okay, guys. That is now that is a receipt of the week. Me being mixed up with Kappas. That is like okay. FOZ, I promise you, you made my day. That is the receipt of the week for sure. Yeah, but Kappa said that before, and if you go back and watch the whole thing from the beginning, Kappa said that before. We are actually identical twins, and I do understand that we are really hard to be, diverted and separated, and we're always mixed up. And still waiting for you. Yeah, I know. Oma, it was a brutal week so far. I'm very behind with emails. I'm very behind with a couple of things that I've been asked to answer. My apologies. There's no disrespect. I just have to find some time. That is also for the father. The day only has 24 hours, believe it or not. But I'll come back to you soon, I promise. And Anna's Nation is in the house. Hello. Very nice to see you here again. Happy Vice Friday. And very good to have you all here. So again, my apologies if I haven't responded to a couple of emails yet and stuff like that. But again, also for the father, the day only has 24 hours. And this week so far was very, very intense, to say the least. But I'll come back to you. No worries. And if there's anyone else who needs something, then please let me know. Again, for those who are now coming or who came later, I have received from Duzudil, I have received quite some very interesting track ideas for a South African mix, which I'm currently working on actually. Pre-listening to the tracks that I consider to put into that mix and then trying to fit it up for at least 1 hour, for at least a 1 hour premiere. Because when I mentioned like 2 3 weeks ago that the Nigerian mix was very challenging, the South African one got it to a very new level. So I'm working on that and trying to figure out a way to make it interesting for you guys, to make it pleasant for you guys, so that we have um, getting it done. So yeah. How did I earn the name father? Okay, I mean, honestly, I love this story. To be honest, so it was. I'm not sure if it was Hilda's or Maria's room. There are. I thought it was Hilda's room, but I was recently told it was Maria's room. um, I sat in a chat room of someone. Let's keep it simple. I sat in a chat room of a female channel host, just getting friendly with one after the other of this wonderful community that I'm having the honor to be part of. And people were, that particular person was eating rice and beans. And I was like, okay, cool, eat rice and beans and stuff. And so we were talking about that. And I always do this thing with the alternative breathing, which obviously is the alternative breathing, if you know what I mean. I try to keep it family friendly. And all of a sudden, I was doing jokes about alternative breathings, because that person was eating beans and rice. And I was like, okay. And then someone whispered me, bro, and because they were all laughing at me, because innocent as I am, beans for me is what you eat, right? You know, you put them into a pot, you heat them up, you put some rice or whatever, and then you eat that. And then I was told that the word beans in a certain area of this planet has a total different meaning than the actually beans on the plate. And that is when the box of the Pandora was opened, let's say. So I was actually literally on the same day doing my beans and banana jokes all the times, because obviously the beans has to be pleased by the banana and the other way around, and so on and so on and so on. You know how things go. However, then everyone started, we should do a church, or you know, and I was like, let me open the church of the beans and bananas, and I'll be the pastor or something like that. And then a couple of weeks later, when I got friendly with a lot more people by then, we all ended up in Goga's channel when he was celebrating his 5th anniversary. And some people saw me before that wearing my priest gown on my Saturday sermon, how I call it, on my gospel house session, which I usually play every Saturday for an hour and a half or two live on my channel. And so Goga had this wonderful 5-year anniversary on his channel, and then he opened the panel. And when he opened the panel, he was like, okay, you know what? I thought, you know what? Yeah, let me go up there. When his official panelists were done, and then he opened the panel for everyone who wanted to say something, congratulate him on the 5 years, or give a comment, or say something valuable. So then I had my priest gone here right on my chair, where I always have my stuff before I get ready for my live session. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, let me put the gown on. So I put the gown on, and I appeared in the round of people in the panel, and one was speaking already, and then it was my turn. And that is literally when Father Ragus was born. That is when the father was officially announced. And obviously, one leads to the other, and one led to the other, and that is how the father was born, so to speak. And FUZ, I hope this story didn't make you totally bored, but that is how it is. And obviously, having said that, my entire YouTube diocese, including the president of it because someone has to take care of my diocese. I cannot take care of everything at the same time. So the diocese president actually tried everything together with me, and he was even there with me to get me up that balcony in Rome, Easter Monday. And I've been prepared for the blessings. I've been prepared for the elections, and I've been prepared for all these sermons coming up in Rome. Goga was flying back and forth because he had to do a Sunday service as well. Don't forget. Yeah, and then it turned out that this other guy got the job, but that gives me the chance to be the bishop of the YouTube diocese and being able to become the cardinal relatively soon. And we have therefore decided, Goga and I, to discuss this on the Sunday service. So it's the first time ever that Goga will have a chance to exclusively talk to the father, whose schedule is brutally full, as you all know. He had his Goga had his 5-year anniversary, like I believe, like 2.5 months ago, something like that, 2 months ago. And he said back then already that the father will come to a Sunday service, but that it will take some time because he's a busy man. And yes, he is. He was right. It took him quite some while to actually be able to fix an appointment with me because all my secretaries, they blocked him. You know, it is like it is how it is. So FOZ, that is the story of the brief story of how the father actually, why they call me father. And obviously, this is super serious, as you know. So if you want to join this wonderful and very deep believing Beans and Banana Church, you are always welcome to send an application. One of our nuns will actually take care of that, and we will see if you are actually qualified to join. And yeah, the YouTube diocese. You see, the thing is, Kanini Kanine, who has excused herself like 15-20 minutes ago because she needs to go to sleep, she actually encouraged me to kind of invade the entire YouTube diocese because she always tries to get me back in the Kisii diocese in Kenya. But the problem is, of course, I cannot only stay in one diocese, right? As the bishop of YouTube, the Father Ragus, I cannot just stay in one diocese. So she kind of indirectly even encouraged me to stay with, to actually use YouTube as my entire diocese as a bishop, kind of. But obviously, modest and humble as I am, I don't even announce to Rome that I have taken over the diocese because I'm just here to serve my sheeps, to serve my childs, and be there for them. At least, inviting them to my confession room on a regular basis, so that blessings against the sins can be done in a very inappropriate way. And obviously, FOC, as you see, we have all these wonderful people here in this room. And if you see all these wonderful people here, by the way, let me give you the blue. If you see all these wonderful people in this room, my strong recommendation is FOZ, connect to them, get friendly with them. They all encourage you to they have been so, not only being helpful, not only giving me super advice, but also really becoming friends. And as you see, I'm the white guy here, one of those who also appear on camera. Not sure if I'm the only white official Goga tribe member in regards of creating content and stuff like that, but that doesn't matter here at all, thank God anyway. But it is really a great time as a part-time African, as I call myself, or as a Niger man trapped in Oibo Pepe body. It is really great being part of this wonderful people who I had the pleasure to meet, who I'm still having the pleasure to meet, and coming together here and there and having a good time. That is what my channel is about. And either if I'm because when I do DJing, I don't talk, never, because I hate when that's why I hate wedding DJs, this wedding receptionist DJs that, yay, and now the bride and the groom, hey, and now the parents-in-law, oh, and now the parent mother-in-law with the other father-in-law, let's kill each other, this kind of funny thing. That's absolutely not my cup of tea. Nate Chobby is back in the house. Hello, and so I don't like that kind of stuff. So I divert. I'm not shy, as you see, sitting here doing the talk, but when I play music, period. And then I also am not always able to pay attention to the chat, but having the opportunity to, but then I'm doing music for you guys, and then you guys can, it's like in a club, just the virtual way, so to speak. So the dance floor is in the chat, and obviously, when I'm DJing and when I'm playing my sets, there is no chance, not much opportunities for me to chat into it anyway, because the chat there is going all these emojis, and that's why what I have done is to actually disable most of the Nightbot functions, because otherwise the chat room would be empty in no time when all this emojis, dancing emojis come, and obviously people are sitting there and getting the warnings from Nightbot. Hey, don't overflood it with the emojis. Don't send too much emojis. And whoops, first shot, first time out. So I've actually disabled most of the functionalities of Nightbot, except the automatic timers that you see popping up here and there. Miri, hello. You've been silent. Have you been sleeping, or have you been already in snoring land or something, or what did you do? And good to see you here, my darling. Hope you're having a good week so far. And Miri, for you also, there's hope. It's Friday tomorrow, so just saying. So let's keep the positive vibes. And I would also like to say thank you for all of you who were kind enough to hit the like button. We have reached 54. Whoop, whoop. It's very nice number to see, actually, and really happy to have that achieved at once, and having finally more than 50 likes in one live stream. That is very nice. And I never even had that on a DJ live. When I DJ, I never have that. Never had that on a live stream. I'm really appreciating it. Thank you so much. Very, very nice of you all to be supportive on this. And it's okay. Let's Omar, don't overdo it. Let's do 60 sometimes. Let's not aim for too much at the same time. Let's stay nice and humble. Because as a man, as a male channel host, especially when I'm not DJing, surprisingly, I get sometimes more viewers than when I DJ. But I don't get 50 likes very often, even though I do live performances with my DJ set. But it is nice to have that once, and therefore I rather prefer to keep the momentum and not aiming for too much at the same time. Sometimes it's nice to have that done. People are kind enough to come inside and stay in here, and that is always very nice to have people coming, especially on these appearances when I sit here and talk more than I do anything else. But let me try to fix something real quick here, because I see that the camera is pretty so that's better. Okay, going back to that place. So always happy when people are here and staying and giving a good time back. It's not always me giving a good time, by the way, FOZ. And if you think about it, if you're a channel host by yourself, when you go live or something like that, then it is a totally different story. Then you have to see the chat. But it's always nice as people interact with each other in the chat. No, I don't have African origin, not biologically, but I always call myself Nigerian trapped in a white man's body, because I used to live in Warri when I was a small boy, when I was between 9 and 12 years old, I'm originally from Germany. I'm here in Munich. I'm in Germany, but from 1984 to 1981 to 1984, I used to live in Nigeria, and I actually spoke about that just last week, spontaneously. Friday night, I think it was, and showed one, two places where I used to live back then, where I used to be. So that is um, how my kind of connection to Africa is very intensive, and still, still, yeah, I can say it is now a long time ago, but it still was the best time of my life for sure, 100%. And considering the fact that that it is long ago, I think maybe that also gave me the chance to. That is maybe why. Now I remember you, by the way, FOZ. I saw you on a raid that I think Nate Chobby did when you did one of your uh, workout self tortures there. Now I know. Now I remember. I think, or it was Bozede, one of those two, or both. I don't know. Anyway, nice to meet you. Yeah, so I used to live in Nigeria, and I think now it was Bozede. Let's not mix up anything more. But I think Bozede even said that I'm the Niger trapped in a Weibo Pepe body. So, and I'm not feeling offended by Weibo Pepe anyway, because I'm used to that since I touched Nigerian ground the first time in 1981. So for me, I don't know if it is proper to say that. I hope there's no misunderstanding now, but for me, um, and this is just me, my personal opinion. It is not representative, not for representative numbers, of course. But for me personally, I feel the most natural person, or the most natural myself, and this is not me being a slime ball. It's just matter of fact when I am around African people, especially Nigerian people, obviously, because when they start speaking pidgin and everything, it's home. But also when I now meet with people from Kenya, Ghana, wherever from, South Africa, here in this community, for me it's the most natural thing to happen. Period. Because I grew up there for a couple of years, and that had a big influence on my life, as a matter of fact. And yeah, that is most likely the only correct answer I can actually give you. Oh yeah, and Bozede is a sweet soul indeed, and we had quite some funny moments already, especially when we roast kappas together, and when we roast Eddie together, or when we roast other people together who try to um, do funny things, and it's always fun when Bozede and I sit together in her room, and those roasting victims come in. It is always a laugh of a lifetime, and obviously, it's not a roast in a bad way, I have to say. And yeah, FOZ, no, as we know, Ibo Pepe, Luku Pepe, Igo Yellow Momo. There you go. Unique Moms actually knows that song very, very well, because that is the national anthem of her channel. When I enter her chat room, that is the first thing she says, because before she even says hello. And I can tell you, sister, I tell you something. The most favorite thing in pidgin English is when people say, "Give me azao, give me azao." You know what I'm saying? So, welcome to the Niger trapped in an Oibo Pepe body. It is how it is. Yeah. So, I think maybe I should. I think I should try to change the sound a little bit again after a while. Let me see what I can do. I know what it is. FOZ, I know that. I know what that means. Again, I used to live in Nigeria for 40 something years ago. And I know exactly what that means. Oh, that is too much for that. Okay. Yep. That works better. So, Kida, wishing you a good night as well. Sleep good. Don't snore, remember. Earthquakes, that also is applying to you. So if I see you in the streets later, maybe I'm gonna visit your house. And having said that, so tomorrow again, just for you guys to let you guys know, it's gonna be a very cool Friday night. It's gonna be disco. It's gonna be 70s and 80s. So whoever wants to dance tomorrow, that's your chance. It will be remixed, of course, in a bit more electronic way, but so that it's easier to mix. But there's very, very good remixes out there, and you will still recognize the songs, and you will still be able to have a very good start into your weekends before you all go to your own premieres and parties and everything. Usually I start at 7 p.m. Central European time, which is 6 p.m. Nigeria, 5 p.m. Ghana, 8 p.m. Kenya. And I play for roughly an hour and a half, sometimes two, depending on the feedback, obviously. Then Saturday, we're going to go to meet, you're going to see me again. So in case if you want to join me in on the sermon, on Saturday's sermon, it's going to be Saturday. I have to adjust the time at 4 p.m. Central Europe, which is 3 p.m. Nigeria, 5 p.m. Kenya, and 2 p.m. Ghana, and morning time in the US and Canada. And on Sunday, we're going to all see, maybe I'll have a premiere, I will see, but we're all going to see on, we're all going to meet latest on the Sunday. We're going to meet latest at the Goga Sunday service to enjoy a good time there and having some good laughs and having some fine stuff. Well, I'm using it as you see, but the thing is that the question is which flash affects who. And obviously, if you have your smartphone like this on your face, every light on the smartphone will actually affect it. And obviously, if you put the camera directly into the light, then it affects the eyes as well. But I have my thing here on, and if you see, I have a little remote control here, and this is a very cheap thing. This is like, I have the light. You see, I have several lights that I can put. There's several colors, as you see, and this is just making my appearance even brighter than before, so to speak. And this is the red light for adults, so to speak. And then obviously you have several options to have that done. You see, there's some light mixtures. Then obviously you can also do some automatic light changes, as you see, and it always goes back and forth and stuff like that. But also you have this option. So that is what sometimes appears during my live appearances, and as you see, it's getting into my face as well. And this is really near. This is just like a meter and a half away from me. So it's like, I don't know how much that is in feet. I have no idea with all that crap. But you're from Nigeria. You do the metric system is what I know. So it's like a meter and a half away from me only. Obviously, with that kind of green light here, with this kind of stuff, I have to be a bit careful. But at the end of the day, if I just switch this off, and if it is like that, no problem. And if you make it properly, you take it, you take the light behind your smartphone. So you have the smartphone here when you do a live. You have the light behind that, and you try to fix it to the ceiling more, but people will still see the surroundings. So yeah. You know how much this thing cost me? This thing cost me $20, €20, including shipping from Amazon. So I don't have a ring light, nothing at all. I don't have anything like that. I don't have anything like that. I just sit here in the dark having my little light thing on. That's it. And this is the same light that I put on when I'm DJing, and that's it. That's what I do. That's all I do. I have no 500 lights around me or something. I invested €20. That's it. And because the screens also, as you see, give lights, and so I got two of them here because one is for mixing, one is for communicating while doing lives. And thank you, Hachi. Hachi Halefoma. There you go. It's almost Friday, right? And yeah, so this is how it actually works. And if you consider the fact that with a relatively small amount of money, you can have quite some big effects here and there, because a lot of people always think, oh yeah, then I have to buy this for €10,000 and this for €20,000. No. FOZ, as you haven't been to my channel that often, obviously, because we haven't just met recently. So before I had the DJ gear that I'm having now, 4 years ago, I started with the cheapest thing available on market. And it did the duties now for over 4 years, and I just upgraded it like a couple of weeks ago, and did an unboxing video of that. And interestingly, the thing is that this little light thing and everything is the second one I have, because I had one before, which is now almost dead, because after 4 years of intensive usage. Bear with me a second. Let me have a look if I find. There is the remote control. Let me see if it still works. Yeah. So it is kind of still working partially, if you will, but not that much anymore. Now, if you look at it, you see some extra lights appearing. No, you don't even see them anymore. You see, that is how it works. So you don't even see them anymore. So let me see if that works somehow. So there's nothing rotating anymore, because the rotator is simply broken, period. And you see the flashlight is still on, but the light is not going around anymore. So it's not turning around. Here on the ceiling, there you see, that is the old one that is still there. And there you see, that is the old one still. I didn't throw it away, obviously not, but and it also is supposed to be matching with the thing, but the rotating doesn't work anymore. So it's literally almost dead. And yeah, so now it's off. And I used that frequently on many of my videos in the past, and therefore it is. But it was the cheapest thing back then. It was like €15. Obviously, since energy crisis and everything, prices have increased. But for €20, I have this thing now that you see here, and that is not affecting my eyes at all. And this is not a commercial presentation, by the way. I did not name any brand or something, because I don't even know what it is. Made in China, most likely, I think. And my camera quality. My camera is even cheaper than the light thing. I have two cameras here. One is spotting on the DJ thing when I DJ, obviously, and one is spotting a little bit of myself. because I was kind of forced by people who were helping me with my channel to actually do that. But this is the cheapest stuff that I could probably get. It is I cannot run around with it and do recordings or something. No, it is just normal webcams with, I believe, not even microphone functionalities. It's the cheapest stuff that I could probably get, and I'm not having too much. The most expensive gear that I'm using for my DJing is definitely the DJ gear that I recently purchased after a while of waiting. I've mentioned it a couple of times that I want to buy one, and I've mentioned a couple of times that I'm thinking about it and that I'm considering to purchase something new and stuff. But I was really thinking, because it wasn't that cheap. I'm not mentioning prices, but those who have seen the videos, you can easily watch it up on the internet, and but everything else that you actually see, or that you see me from, the microphone that I bought was very cheap. Everything was cheap because I'm not seeing, as long as I don't get a regular income from YouTube on this, like XYZ amount of money that I can live from it, I don't see why investing a high amount of money to get things done. And someone who I recently purchased something for, that person definitely needed a ring light, and that person definitely has a way better appearance since then, and for them it is more useful. I'm just a DJ, so I actually prefer, and if you go through my shorts, FOZ, then you see that there are quite some shorts with my DJ equipment where you just hear some sounds in the background like you hear now, and some beats and stuff like that. And I prefer my DJ equipment to have the lights and the focus, so to speak. I don't really necessarily need to stay in the focus when I DJ, but on the other hand, it is you always have to look around a little bit too. I'm not stingy, but always is good to have a look around here and there to find out if there's something that you can maybe consider like more, I wouldn't say more valuable, but price and what you get for it, always good to compare, in my opinion. That is, me working in sales after all, in real life. So, and then you always calculate numbers. Inspiration while DJing? No. I love to thank you, Kevin. Thank you very much indeed. It's super appreciated, and sending you all my blessings. Thank you so much. And so inspiration, no, but I can tell you maybe how it all started. So I used to DJ in clubs a long time ago, and that was with vinyl records back then. I don't know if you have ever had or seen a vinyl record yourself in real. Sorry. There was no digitization back then. There was no internet back then, so you had to mix them by hands. Oh, of course I do. Kevin, you're the little boy who I gave the candies to. Now remember, people, when I get post, that there also the sender names appears. So thank you very much, Kevin, for coming. Very nice to have you here. And don't always make it too obvious. Um, you have a chance now, Kevin. Either you review by yourself or I do it. It's up to you. Coming back to the question, so 30 years ago, something over 30 years ago, when the techno movement was really big in Germany, I started playing in clubs, small venues, and having with vinyl records and all that stuff. And that is how it started. And I actually came back. My inspiration for coming back, if you will, was COVID. That was the inspiration for me coming back because I had nothing to do. I was bored, like everyone else, having to stay at home, and that means that I had to find something to do with my. No, Nate is here, my friend. Nate is here. I know who Kevin is. I know who Kevin is. I know who Kevin is. Obviously, I know who Kevin is. And the thing is, that is how I started to do it online. Yeah. So, no, not a ninja of Nate either. I know who Kevin is, Jay, but it's not Nate, for sure not. And it is how it is. So it seems that it is evening now. In a lot of places, people are going to sleep. So I think it is a good time after almost 3 hours to consider who we gonna Happy receipt writing, Kevin. Always funny. And so no, I will not do 4, Nate, for sure not, because remember that tomorrow I have ordinary. Well, I'm almost at 3 FOZ. I have another 7.5 minutes. I'm at 3 hours sitting here talking, and honestly enjoying it tonight for a change, because I had wonderful people giving me feedback all the time, and having. If you FOZ, if you have nothing to do tonight, and if you cannot sleep, go back to the chat. And watch it from the beginning, and follow. Not only go back to the stream, listen to the stuff that the white man has to say. If it bothers you, just mute him, and then you can actually go to the chat and watch it parallel to that. And we had very funny moments tonight, and sure, and it is always great that if the flow is there, and if you have people coming, and if you have people saying hello, even though sitting in the bushes and stuff like that, it is very, very nice of everyone coming and spending time and interacting like you do, and having the opportunity to also meet each other. Clearing up mix-ups, for instance. Clearing up mix-ups like you mixing me up with Kappas, and although we are identical twins, as you know by now. So it's always nice having these kind of conversations rather than, hi, where are you from? Can you do a 360? How old are you? Are you married? Da 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 da. I believe we had this discussion on that very Saturday in Bosida's room, where I always have to say that I really feel sorry for the female channel hosts who put even more efforts in their channels than many male channel hosts do, and yeah. And therefore, Kevin is the elephant that has actually revealed, and so Absolutely. Yeah, but that is, so the story is, um, and I've revealed it here a while ago. So the point is, Flash and 720. No, actually, I think I'll raise a challenge because people are copying my 720 now. I think I'll raise it to 1040. Do a 1040. Yeah, so here's the sad story. So a long time ago, when I was a little kid, little baby, my white parents were not happy that they were having a baby because they wanted to be alone and they wanted to be free. So I was actually, back then in South Africa, a lot of white people, as you know. So I was actually put in a bag, and when it was carried to me in the bag was carried to a black hood, to a black community, and I was just left there in the bag, and off my biological parents went. And the thing is that the father of Kappas actually found me there in the bag in a side street, and it turned out that it is a good thing that Kappa's dad raised me up. And it turned out that Kappas was actually born at the very same day, in the very same time, just in another hospital. And that is how the story started. And yeah, so no, I'm just kidding. There's always these stories. Of course, I'm joking. But these are the jokes that come to my mind when the situation allows it, like now, like Kappa's my twin brother and stuff like that. And these are the moments where that I cannot let go. That I cannot. I always say, I always say, I always said. I always try to use these opportunities. In Germany, we say, or some of us say, it's a penalty without a goalkeeper. It would be a sin to not make it. It would be a sin to not use that material, to do something out of it if there is a chance. And obviously, sometimes in a community like this, you can do these jokes, and and it is always great to see some reactions. But it is even better when I'm on the other side of the computer. I think, where did we do that? In one's channel. I'm not sure. Whose brother did I become? I think it was Salata's channel, but I'm not 100% sure. And came with the same story, but in writing. And the funny thing is that I did exact this in writing, and everyone got it, because there was one person. I'm not sure. I think there were one channel host was asked these usual questions: where are you from? What are you doing? Show me your boobs. Do you want to get married? This kind of stuff, as you know. I was like, okay, let's go ahead and let's go on with it. And then I was waiting for my chance. Usually they get it from me anytime. Anyway, they get it also from me anyway, or they get kicked out if I have the blue jacket on. And on the other hand, it is the fact that I always try to joke around and try to make people, giving a good time, having a laugh, stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, then these situations occur, and then you have a chance of a lifetime to roast that particular person who is asking these stupid questions without him. Elfmeter ohne Torwart noch nie gehört? Echt nicht? Jesus. Sorry, I was just speaking to my fellow Germans in here. And the fact is, then you have the chance to just pick that up and then see where it goes. Interestingly, in those situations, everyone else understands right away where this is going. Though the particular person who is asking these bullshit questions, for instance, then you know, you know how it is. FOZ, I know it happens in Nigeria, but most likely not with white children, right? And it happens here in Germany too, in matter of fact, that sometimes the mother is getting too devastated, and or the parents or whoever, and drop their kids somewhere. There is a place in a clinic in Hamburg which is called the baby box, so to speak. If I didn't find any better translation into English right now. That is actually a legal place where if of a hospital, which is like a box, which is always like warm and stuff. And if there are parents who cannot have a baby, don't want to have a baby and stuff, they just bring it there anonymously. Um, and they can drop it in the box, close the box, and once the box is closed, there's an alarm going on, and the staff from the hospital is notified, and then they go take care of the baby, and things start going. But the thing is that those places exist in Germany, in some hospitals here. Yeah. So, but anyway, I am now on 3 hours, and I really, really, really have work to do tomorrow. Plus, my two little dogs have to go and send a fax sometimes. And do you want to see one of my dogs before I leave? Just out of interest. Anyone wants to see one of my dogs saying hello here on camera real quick, or shall I leave that for the next time and get them up here on stage next time for saying hello? I can only lift one. Okay. Bear with me. Let me see if one of them is weird enough to turn. Ladies and gentlemen, proudly present. This is the old guy. This is the old guy. This is Timmy. He is, no, they're not listening at all. They had their food. They don't need anything else. So this is my older dog. This is Timmy. He's with me like for over 10 years now. Come. He is with me now for over 10 years. He's an old man of 14, and he's still very, very active and very full of energy and stuff like that. And yeah, that's my dog. That's dog number one. Dog number two doesn't want to come. She is a bit more, she is a bit more, I wouldn't say necessarily shy, but she's not too much into running on the arm. She's just happy when the food is involved, and when she finally gets what she wants, or when there's a walk. Other than that, she jumps on the sofa when I'm there. But other than that, she also doesn't like to be carried in the arm. She always wants to walk on her own. So yeah, 1 out of 2. So we got 2. The first one, and they're both not typical COVID dogs, as they're also called here in Germany. The one of them I got during COVID, no, actually just before, just when COVID started, like a month before all those lockdowns came. And the other one is with me for 10 years. It's getting 15 actually this year. So 11 years then. So it's with me 11 years now. I got him when he just got 4. He just turned 4. And he's turning 15 this year. Yeah, Jesus. 11 years. He's turning 15. And he's still, thankfully, thank God, he's still in great shape, good conditions. He's still sending his faxes like there's no tomorrow. And therefore, I'm very, very happy that there's nothing. Hopefully, he will stay with us for another 10 years. But as long as he is in good conditions and he's happy, then I'm very happy about that as well, indeed. And sometimes I jokingly say that dogs are the better human beings. But nevertheless, it is really time for me to wrap this up. So I'm going to have a look really quick who is online and who is maybe happy for having a raid and having the chance to see. I would not do it with. I would this time. I know who I'm gonna raid. I know who I'm gonna raid because as far as I see, let me just double check real quick because I want to avoid that we're gonna raid a loop. But let me check real quick if that person is really online. No, wait a second. No, we're gonna do this because I had so much support from her. Let me see. Where is she? There she is. We're gonna visit Kirky Lily. Kirky Lily, you all know. And Kirky Lily has always been such a diamond to this channel and really so supportive and so happy to come and be here and send me her ninjas and do all that. So therefore tonight we're gonna watch. We're gonna see. We're gonna visit Kirky Lily. Kirky Lily. Here's a raid code. There's the one, and we're gonna flood her channel. Let's say hello. And she is really an energetic person. Don't get surprised if she also speaks German because she has a lot of she has a lot of German audience, but she speaks English as well. So if she sees what's going on, she will be very, very happy. And please do me a favor. Let's do this one. Let's do the Ragus raid to Kirky Lily. And therefore, I will end it here. I would like to thank you very much for coming. I will highly appreciate this forever. Thank you also for all the likes. Thank you for the support always. And also, please don't forget to turn back in tomorrow at 7 p.m. CET, 8 p.m. Kenya, 6 p.m. Nigeria, 5 p.m. Ghana. Who else? Or it would be 1 p.m. in Canada and the US East Coast. So thank you so much for coming. Please fasten your seatbelts. I've set the rate. Let me just see that I got that right, just in case, better safe than sorry. Yes, everything is sorted out. And thank you so much for coming. We see at Kirky's side. And again, here's a raid code. Let's have some fun. And thank you so much. Good night and God bless. Bye-bye.